All right, everybody, welcome to BO Boys for Wednesday, July 30th. Fuck it, it's a raw feed. I'm doing it live in studio. I'm Clayton.
Okay, and I'm Pat, and I'm in Hollywood, California right now. And man, Clayton, not having me right next to you, you are so discombobulated being
Listen,
all alone in BOHQ. I feel for you. I feel for you. I mean, sitting through that intro while I'm here in Hollywood, I felt for you.
listen, you know what neighborhood this HQ is in, right?
A
So,
lot going on there. Yeah, it's a
lot,
hectic time over in BOHQ neighborhood. A lot
yeah.
going on. Heat wave. I mean, we rarely start the BO boys with a weather report,
Mm-hmm.
but let's start with the temperature check because that could affect the box office. Would you say it is sweltering in New York City? Is it so sweltering that it could affect the box office? Could a thumb drives melt down this weekend in New York City and possibly the Bad Guys 2 Naked Gun not even be able to be shown? Is it that hot, Clayton? I need this weather update.
Pat, it was 98 degrees and
Wow.
rising this today and felt like over 100.
Wow. Wow.
Hot damn, summer in the city, loving spoonfuls. They knew what they were talking about when they wrote that song back in the
Yes.
60s.
So
Um,
prescient. So prescient, the Love and Spoonful.
yes,
And does Nick Lachey on a day like today, does he get a kickback? From all the meteorologists, all the TV weathermen and women and TV weather people,
people.
when they have to say it's 98 degrees and rising, he gets a piece of that, right? Has to be.
Mm-hmm. They
Yeah.
have to flash the CD case.
Yes. Yes. And then you know what? And then Jessica Simpson in her Daisy Dukes, I hope she gets half of that. I hope she gets half.
She did. She got half of it in the divorce.
Yeah. And she's earned that. She's earned that.
Mm-hmm.
So,
He's no. I mean, listen. He's no peach.
no, he's no prize pig. And on a day like today, where it's 98 degrees and rising in New York City, we will say that. We will say what needs to be said about Nick Lachey.
But you know where one of the best places to go when you need free air conditioning?
Where is that?
The movie theater.
Yes. Well, that's the thing is as long as they're not melting down, where the equipment at these movie theaters, at these AMCs, if they are able to not melt down, then that is a powerful message this weekend is come in for the AC
Mm-hmm.
and see whatever and do whatever.
Yeah, do
Whatever.
whatever.
So that's what's happening in New York City. The only thing happening there, of course, is the weather. That's all you need to know as far as New York City Midtown updates. But here in California, I, of course, have had a whirlwind week. And thank you to wannabe VP of Interns, Christopher. Listen to the episode. He killed it, of course, as a fill-in. And I love that he took his pot shots at me when I wasn't there.
He did.
He did. And I respect that so much because I wasn't the one directly in front of him. And if someone's not there, you take pot shots at them to gain favor with the person who is there.
Mm-hmm.
That is what you have to do. So, I mean, you guys made the plea on the last episode. I have to repeat it. Anyone who's out there who could get Christopher a job in media to save him from this hell that is being on the road to being a doctor.
Med school, yeah.
We must get him out of med school. We must. Is there do we start a Kickstarter to get him a job to get him out of med school? Are we at Kickstarter level?
Yeah, I think we need to kickstart to not pay for his med school, but to pay his way out of med school.
Yes.
So to make enough that it's the amount of money listen, I'm not assuming his parents are paying for it, but let's just say his parents are paying for medical school. We got to see how much that would be.
Right.
Raise that amount of money. And if Christopher can get that wad of cash.
Yes. And it has to be in cash.
And wave it in his parents' face.
Yes.
And say, I don't need you no more.
Right.
And just waft it under his dad's nose.
Right. Who's a good guy. I met him 2 years ago. Great man.
And he wants, listen, he's doing what he thinks is best.
Yes, of course.
Most parents, they think they know what's best. And Father Knows Best. I mean, that was a big TV show,
I
never
mean,
a movie, and there's a reason why.
right,
Because
Oh,
it's not
listen,
always true.
Hogan Knows Best, and clearly did not. R.I.P. Of course, what the P stands for, you decide.
Mm.
But yes, Christopher, we need to save him from this hell that is going to med school and possibly becoming a doctor. So we must find him a junior social media manager job in media somewhere, so he doesn't have to become a doctor. So one
Because
of your
down the
boys
line, do you want this unengaged doctor doing surgery on you?
No, listen, I know it was a streaming series and one of the Streamo boys, huh?
Huh?
But there was on the cock a few years ago the Dr.
Death.
And that is, I kind of skimmed that show. I was watching it while looking at my phone, watching my wife. That's what marriage is.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm pretty sure that he became Dr. Death because he actually wanted a job in media.
Mm-hmm.
And because he was so disconnected from his actual job as a surgeon, led to all these people being paralyzed. And, but if he had just been able to cut vertical videos for a living, Dr. Death wouldn't have paralyzed all those people.
I wonder if that would work for Christopher if this continues, he can't find a job next semester, and then he's pressured to continue on his path to doctor. Does he just sit his parents down and be like, listen, if I do this,
right,
I'll just be Dr. Death.
Right.
I'm a Dr. Death. And
right.
I'm just telling you that right now.
Right.
And you did this to me.
Yes. And you did it to them.
And you did it to them, which is, which is, I wouldn't say doubly bad because we know Christopher and care about Christopher. These victims, these future possible victims, I can't think of them as people.
Yes. No, they're numbers, of course. And we can save them if we get Christopher a entry-level job in media, so that he doesn't have to become a surgeon that botches every back surgery. And
you'll be saving lives.
So let's get on that, everyone. Listen, before we get into these movies, quick update from me, because I, of course, was at San Diego Comic-Con.
Oh, boots weekend. On the ground. We need it.
Working, not an attendee. Just got to get that out there. Was not there for pleasure. Was there for business. Did, though, have a drink. And this was the highlight of the week. In person with the great David Thompson of The Direct. We met up, boots on the ground, at a bar, and had the time of our lives. I mean, just this is a great kid. We've said it before, but the future of box office analysis is safe because of David Thompson of The Direct. Great man. And here's what I'll say, because we've only ever seen each other through over the internet. Tall man.
I was gonna say that's what you're gonna say because you only care about height.
Yes.
And I knew exactly what you were gonna say.
Yep.
That he was tall.
Tall man.
What are we talking?
We're talking almost my height, I would say. Not quite my height, so let's not go crazy here. But he's young, he still has room to grow. I don't think David Thompson's growth spurt is over. So I think he could get up there someday. But
so just this is a question for my mom.
Okay.
More handsome in person.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. We did talk about your mom, Clayton.
Nice.
And her fandom for David, which he loves. He appreciates that so much. And someday great kid. And someday we've got to make her day and get them together for a piece of pie. Get them together to share a meal. She would love it. He would love it. Great kid, tall man. She would, someday that has to happen. Yeah. That has to happen.
Now, other than seeing the great David Thompson, which I'm jealous of, what was going on here at this con? What are the big stories? What is the hot stuff movie-wise coming out of this?
So the costume and we could talk about whether this affected the box office, because I don't think it affected the box office much. Costume everyone was talking about was there was a giant Galactus walking around. And I'm talking, we talk about how tall David Thompson is. This Galactus was probably 14 feet high, just walking through the convention center. Every time he walked through, gloms of people, just running over with their phones, with their monopods, getting footage, trying to get selfies. People were losing it for this giant Galactus, which I haven't been able to confirm this, but I don't think this was just a cosplayer taking matters into their own hands. It feels like this was a stunt by the Walt Disney Company.
So this was maybe more than one person inside that suit.
I think so. I think I don't know if they were twins, if Disney hired
twins
and triplets. I don't know, because I imagine it is hot in that suit.
Yeah.
And painful in that suit. It seemed like whoever would be in there is in pain.
Mm-hmm.
Which made me think, man, Christopher would have done such a great job being the low-level marketing person who is shoved into that Galactus suit for hours at a time.
Yeah.
With just gears and screws, just poking him in the back, poking him in wherever. Every crevice in that Galactus, I'm sure there's a piece of metal that's being shoved into that person. But I think that everyone around it loved it. So whoever that poor marketing manager or twins or triplets who were in there, their pain, I think, was worth it, because people were loving this Galactus. But that was the big cosplay. I mean, the big Hall H news that I heard the most were people were losing it for this Project Hail Mary panel. I am so excited for how big this movie could be next spring. That is by far the most talked about movie I heard. Ryan Gosling was there. The author Andy Weir was on the panel. And you had Phil Lord and Chris Miller, who I know they're not brothers, but they are they're what the Pizza Boys wish they could
I was just gonna say I was gonna say.
Yeah. That is who, when the Pizza Boys see Phil Lord and Chris Miller, who directed the 22 Jump Street movies, who have this Project Hail Mary coming out, they must do the cartoon, their tongue rolls all the way down the street type of thing. Or they're angry. I mean, do you think Phil Lord and Chris Miller just make the Pizza Boys angry that they're so much better than they are?
They're punching dough. They're thinking of Lord and Miller, and they're punching dough.
So yeah, that panel sounds like that is the most anticipated movie.
Most anticipate
movie of 2026 in terms of what was at Comic-Con. I guess the other one was there was the Peacemaker panel, but James Gunn was on that and got a standing ovation, got a hero's welcome because of Superman.
Yeah.
At Hall H in San Diego. So the Bazinga Bros were very happy with what James Gunn did for Superman. Standing nice. So I would say those are the big things. It's Project Hail Mary and James Gunn getting a standing
James Gunn is putting his face out there.
Yes.
I know, like, not that I'm surprising anybody with saying this, but I watched the Peacemaker season 2 trailer, and he introduces it.
Yeah.
I mean, he is presenting all this stuff. He's saying, I'm taking credit and I'm taking blame, which I like. I like that he's doing that, because I think he will take both.
Yes.
Yeah.
No,
he's been at the lowest of the low. Like he lost his career for a second there.
Yeah. About 3 weeks, but yes, that's a.
I said a second, which is about 3 weeks in the entertainment industry. But he's been at the bottom, and he's clawed his way back.
Yeah.
And he's saying, "Here's what I got for you."
Yeah. Give me a standing. Yeah.
Now, is there an alternative reality where The Rock is doing all this, and The Rock came to Comic-Con and he's talking about his next movies where, Black Adam beats the crap out of the Swamp Thing and makes him into a smoothie and drinks him?
Yeah.
Now, I would love to see it for the comedy, but it ain't going to help the box office.
No. It is wild to think of the alternate reality where The Rock is running DC.
Yeah.
And The Rock is presenting his 12 movie slate of where the DC universe is going, and the streaming series where Penguin season 2, The Rock comes in there and he beats up the Penguin, and the new Batman movie where Batman gets killed in the first 3 minutes, and then Black Adam is fighting the Joker and kills the Joker 20 minutes in, and then the end of the movie is just Black Adam sitting there counting cards.
Well, Peacemaker season 2 would be Black Adam flies down, body slams Cena through a table, kills him, and it'd be a Vine. It wouldn't be a season. It'd be a singular Vine.
Yeah. It would be an interesting slate. I mean, it would be a Hall H presentation that I would have had to get into to see The Rock present his DC slate. But I guess we will never see that. Who knows? Maybe someday he gets to take over DC, but I don't think anytime soon. So do you have any other thoughts about this past weekend, Fantastic Four? Now that you've had a chance to stew on it, and the Monday actuals came in, and it was a little lower even than the Sunday night. The final for Fantastic Four, the 3-day, was 117.6.
Which I think you said 117, Pat.
Okay. Nailed it.
I know that one of us said 113 and one of us said 117.
Okay.
But one of us on this show nailed it.
And there's no way to know. There's no way to know exactly who, but it is one of us. Yeah, it's fine, but it wasn't fine.
No.
Obviously, it's much better than Thunderbolts, Brave New World, but I don't know if this is going to break out and be some kind of sensation.
Well, here's the thing, though. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not. It's not going to be a sensation. What this movie needs to do is domestically do better than Thunderbolts and Captain America at the lowest bar. This thing isn't going to become a phenomenon because at the end of the day, it's just another MCU movie. It just is.
Yeah.
And I think, again, the 60s thing, there's people who are into it. There's people who are not into it. But I don't think this is a movie that screams to me summer 2025 sensation. People are going to be talking about Superman. They're not going to be talking about Fantastic Four.
Yeah. It's not a disaster, obviously, but that's it's a sigh of relief. This movie, that they didn't booch it, that people aren't going to be making fun of it for the next 2 years.
Yeah.
And they got out of it clean.
I feel like if you're Kevin Feige, the sphincter is not unclenched, but it's going from super clenched to there's some light.
Yeah.
You can see a bit of light.
Yeah. And now, we're YouTubers. Hey guys. And if you're watching us on YouTube, you're getting the full story because you saw Clayton demonstrate with his fist the sphincter of Marvel Studios head Kevin Feige. And we're seeing, there you go. You're seeing the sphincter, and it's not wide. It's not, this movie opens up, Fantastic Four First Steps opens to 160.
Oh,
then look at this. There's the sphincter. Let's see that sphincter. Yeah, that is a wide, easy going sphincter from Kevin Feige.
Yeah.
117. It's not super tight. Listen, if that movie opened up to 91, then we're talking no light will pass through that. So there again, you got to watch this on YouTube. You're seeing the sphincter of Kevin Feige. That is a no light will pass through sphincter.
Yeah.
If this movie had opened to under 100 million. So 117, it's like you could do your business. It'll take a while, but you could do it.
And listen, I mean, he took on Superman. He took on DC. He did that. I mean, I do think there's a place for two big movies to open that far apart from each other. I'm not saying that you shouldn't do that because that's what summer's all about.
Yes.
But there was a thing where it was, your cornerstone of the DCU versus the cornerstone of the Marvel universe in the comics, at least,
Right.
Or at least back in the day in the comics,
Right.
And so I think that was an intentional thing, and it's not paying off at the moment. But I do think I think a healthy rivalry is good, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we can't afford to go back to the zealots that are fully, I hate this. This is, like, I think we need to be more open to the different universes because theaters need both.
Yes, I mean the Bazinga Bros have to unite on both sides, Marvel and DC, because the everyday Joe Lunchpail and Susie Crochet, they don't care about these movies the way they did 2015 to 2019. They've moved on to other things.
So they
And
don't want to put up with somebody screaming about Snyder.
yes, you can't do that anymore, Bazinga Bros. You got to keep that stuff. You throw it in the chat rooms, sure. The AOL Messenger, do it there.
Keep it in the toilet.
Yes, yeah, keep it in the skibidi toilet there. But you can't do it in public anymore because the mass audience just isn't there in that way. But 117, it's fine. I think the Pedro Pascal overexposure didn't hurt this movie. I don't think he helped this movie. I think it's fine.
Yeah. The big thing about the movie did you see it yet?
Here's the thing. I did not end up seeing this. I had tickets for it for Saturday night in San Diego. I just chose not to go.
That's damning.
I went out with coworkers.
That's damning.
Putting on the company card. Have to. And I chose not to go. And listen, last 2 years I was in San Diego. I went to Barbie 2 years ago there. Last year I saw Deadpool. Should have been Wolverine, but Deadpool and Wolverine. Saw that, had my tickets Fantastic Four, heard boots on the ground reporting, and it just didn't sound enticing enough for me to go there instead of going to a bar.
Well, Pat, now,
I chose Hotel Bar.
Did you listen to The Big Picture?
I don't know if I've listened to the new one because I thought I was going to go see the movie, and so I didn't listen to that show yet. Were they not excited about the movie?
Eviscerated it.
Wow.
Evisceration.
Wow.
Evisceration.
Wow. Did Bill Simmons jump on there, forgetting, of course, to hit record on his microphone? Did he jump on there to also eviscerate it, or was just the regular, the current host of the show?
It was the current host, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
Who pressed record.
Wow. So they eviscerated it. Yeah, I haven't heard much evisceration, but I've just heard a lot of blah. And that's not what you want to. The thing is, I haven't heard anything break through about what's great about Fantastic Four First Steps, which is kind of what you need for it to be leggy. Heard specific great things about Superman, but everything I've heard about First Steps is it's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Superman is a statement of intent. And it feels like Fantastic Four is, at the end of the day, just another cog, in the machine.
Yeah.
Because they're going to get completely swept into this doomsday event.
Yeah.
Like, that's the thing, is they're not going to get a chance to be characters outside of, holy crap, the world's going to end again.
Yeah. If they had... The other thing I heard about this movie is that they don't really have much in the way of leading you into doomsday. The stingers don't have much. And I went back this weekend and rewatched last year's Comic-Con reveal where Robert Downey Jr. came out in the Halloween store costume, Dr. Doom costume, pulled off the mask, did the Jesus Christ pose.
Yep.
Place went bananas. The interesting thing that some people have pointed out that I feel like I missed last year is there's a moment of silence right before Downey takes off the dime store Dr. Doom mask. We're just dead silence, and then someone just yells out Jared Leto, ? because someone truly, earnestly thought this was going to be Jared Leto reveal, and then a split second later, it's Robert Downey Jr.
Wow,
it felt
Marvel dodged that bullet, although Disney in general didn't dodge that bullet, but Marvel did.
Marvel dodged it. I mean, there was one Hall H person who was truly disappointed because he thought it was going to be the big reveal. The con was Jared Leto as Doctor Doom.
That should become a Comic-Con meme, where anytime there is a reveal about to happen, someone needs to scream Jared Leto.
Jared Leto. Yes.
Everybody, or do that in real life. Like the next time you're at a gender reveal party, and right before they're about to shoot off the, powder cannons or whatever that show the color.
Right. Cut into a cake, and is it blueberry or is it strawberry? Yeah.
Scream Jared Leto.
Jared Leto. Yeah.
Do it. Yeah. Somebody,
because someday you'll be right. Someday you will be at a reveal of some sort, and the reveal would be, yes, this is Jared Leto. You're waiting for your doctor in the waiting room, and the nurse comes out, and you just say Jared Leto.
Scream Jared Leto, yeah.
Jared Leto, and then you look to your right, and Jared Leto does get up and go to his doctor's appointment. Like someday, if you will be right. Someone will be right if you always scream Jared Leto.
Oh, so I thought what you were saying with this doctor scenario is that they were going to give you a diagnosis, and they're coming out and they're going to tell you what your diagnosis is, and you scream Jared Leto.
Yes, and it is Jared Leto. That is the state of your liver. Is Jared Leto? Yeah.
Or if you know that you're going to get a divorce, if you're feeling it, if you're feeling it in the air, and your significant other comes to you and you can tell they have something on their mind and they really need to get it off their chest right before they're about to tell you, I want a divorce, scream Jared Leto.
Yes.
And this all should be filmed. I mean, you're filming your lives anyway. I'm like,
everything's
to tell. I was going to say, how old do I seem to be telling people to film something?
Yeah, it's all content. It's all content, and it should.
It's not life. It's just pixels.
Yes. We live content, all of us, and we are YouTubers. Hey guys. So
we're part of the problem.
Rewatching last year's reveal, Robert Downey Jr. at Hall H at Comic-Con, the excitement there. That should have just been the stinger scene of this Fantastic Four movie. Whether you're replaying that should have been just replay that footage, and have Jared Leto come out. Just get some green screen footage of Jared Leto, superimpose him over that, and there's your stinger for Fantastic Four First Steps. And I think that gooses this to 125 at the box office.
Well, Jared Leto's having some issues right now in the media. So,
oh wow, okay. Listen, I'm out here, boots on the ground, not fully boots in the internet. So I may have missed something.
Yeah, there's some stuff going on with Jared Leto that's been brewing for years and years, and it's going to affect Tron. Maybe, I don't know.
Wow, I have missed this. I did not.
This didn't happen, Pat, while you were in Comic-Con. Now, were you on a yoga retreat the way Jared Leto was at the beginning of COVID, and you didn't know about it?
I may have been at the top of a mountain meditating and missed this Jared Leto news. Okay, you were doing
ayahuasca with Rogers, with Aaron Rodgers.
Yes,
you were chewing bark.
Yeah, of course. So I will look into that, but. Wow, Tron. Okay, so we're gonna have to dig into Tron in a few months and see where that's at. Very interesting. So let's get into this weekend's movies, because we got two biggies coming out, two comedies this weekend.
Not two comedies. You've
not
got one kids movie.
Okay, a kids comedy. Well, listen, the animated film stars Marc Maron. So are you telling me that this movie, where Marc Maron is possibly first on the call sheet,
not first build,
is not a comedy? You're saying this is not a comedy? Marc Maron is in it. How could this not be a comedy? Well, of course, Sam Rockwell is first build, but I'm looking here. Marc Maron is Mr. Snake. I think that's second build.
I know it's
Awkwafina third build. I mean, so you're telling me not a comedy?
Well, as much as everything he's ever done has made me laugh. I've never laughed more at a comedian than Mr. Marin.
Mm-hmm.
I think the reason I want to delineate this is because there is only one pure comedy opening this weekend, and it's important to talk about this.
Okay.
Because we've talked, and I mentioned last episode with Christopher that, we talked about Superman being such a huge question mark and such a huge movie for its genre. And Fantastic Four was, in its own way, huge for the MCU, which is a genre, like a micro genre in itself. This is a pure comedy.
Okay.
Naked Gun.
Pure comedy, yes.
It's not even really an action comedy because the action is comedic.
Right. It's not Tango and Cash.
Yeah,
Tango and Cash action comedy.
Yeah. Or even something like The Other Guys, like that is an action comedy. I know there's like a goofiness to it, but there's action in that movie.
Well, like a Rush Hour. Like the Rush Hour movies, those are action comedies. I would say The Other Guys is closer to Naked Gun. But yeah, Naked Gun, you are only going to laugh. You're not going because you want to see Liam, unless you get confused and maybe, listen, audiences who know Liam Neeson from the last 10 years could get confused and go to this thinking this is sort of like another a walk through the tombstones or Nonstop or one of the Liam Neeson action movies taken. Because, I mean, if you don't know the Naked Gun brand and you just see Liam Neeson in the Naked Gun, there's some people who will just think this is one of Liam Neeson's action movies. So I think you'll get some confused people who stumble into this thinking it's an action movie. But most people know it, yes. They only know that they're going to a comedy.
And, we were trying to think about when was the last breakout comedy, and I think we said it was Girls Trip.
Yeah.
And I think that truly is the last one.
Yeah.
And that is so long ago.
So long ago. Because the Jennifer Lawrence movie, what is it called?
No Hard Feelings.
No Hard Feelings.
The Hard Thing?
I thought it was The Hard Thing. It was one of the working titles at one point. It was Jennifer Lawrence in The Hard Thing. No Hard Feelings. It did well. It got to 45 or 50. Did not break out. We were hoping that was a movie that would get itself to 80 million. It didn't happen. So, yeah, it is since Girls Trip in 2019? 2018, 2019 Girls Trip? I mean, I'll pull that up in front of me. That is how long it's been since we've had a full-on hit. 2017.
Yep.
2017.
So since nearly 10 years, 8 years.
Just a comedy. Of course, you've had Deadpool and Wolverine, and that's a superhero movie with some jokes in it. Like in terms of just the only reason you're going is for laughs.
Yeah.
Naked Gun could be the first hit we've had in a long time.
And it's a lot of pressure to put on this movie.
I know.
Understandably. But something has to bring comedy back.
Yes.
Something has to.
Yeah.
And it usually is a singular movie.
Yes. Yes.
And I think No Hard Feelings, I know we talk about this movie a lot. I do think it's a movie people watch on Netflix or whatever streaming service that you can find it on.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sure there's a edited cable version when people are flicking through whatever version of cable they have at this point.
Yeah.
And they're flipping on it. I do think that that movie it whet people's appetites in a way, but it didn't get everybody out there.
Yes. Yes.
And this is primed to get everybody out there because it's an IP. And it's an IP that could get the oldsters and could interest the youngsters.
Yes.
Right? Because they grew up on those hardcore Liam Neeson movies. They don't know him as a thespian.
Right.
As a dramatic guy. They know him as the action guy.
Right.
And so this will be the only way they know him being subverted.
Yes. Yeah. And I think it's a brand. Obviously, this brand, this Naked Gun brand, means a lot to us as Gen Xers.
Yeah. Well, I'm Gen X, you're millennial.
It's all debatable. But I think also for millennials, anyone who is 30 to 60. I think The Naked Gun, 35 maybe.
Yeah,
Probably,
35.
I would say
I wouldn't say 30. No.
People watched it years later. I mean, movies don't end when their box office run ends. I think Naked Gun is a cable movie and VHS DVD movie that got a pretty long life afterwards. I would say 30 and up, Naked Gun, and the older you get, the more it means. But it's a pretty big audience that has a relationship with this brand. And I think for younger people, it's almost this interesting artifact, just comedy in a movie theater.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they're looking at this as just a subversion of movies, that you could go to a movie and it's just going to make you laugh.
Mm-hmm.
There's not going to be a Deadpool in there or a Venom. It's not a rom-com. It's only jokes. I feel like if you're younger, this is this weird, interesting thing that it's
you
like
haven't
it's
seen
retro.
in the theater.
Yeah. It's the way like fashion comes back. So all of a sudden everyone was into skinny jeans or baggy jeans or I don't know, whatever. I think that's what comedy could be for a 15-year-old this weekend.
Yeah. Yeah, it is such a question mark. I just really don't know, because you look at the people behind this. Seth MacFarlane, who we totally forget is producing this, because we focus more on the Lonely Island connection, because we're Quaid Army.
Yeah, Righteous Kill,
and we're hoping for a Righteous Kill. Me like you that. Mm-hmm. And I think that he had a huge comedy hit with Ted.
Right.
And then Ted 2 ate dirt.
Yeah.
Which some of these sequels can do because we saw enough. But Ted was huge. Ted number 1 was huge.
Right.
And that was still around the time where a comedy hit could break out. That was pre-Girls Trip. But, he's a guy who deals in comedy. Obviously, he's kept American Dad and the Family Guy on the air for decades.
Yes. I mean, he basically is the reason that Adult Swim or TBS still have, carriage licenses, that they are still on American cable systems.
Yeah.
Or his show. So he has name recognition and the brand has a name recognition. Do we think, though, that Seltzer and Friedberg, we have to say their names.
We speak their names.
This is a spoof movie. It's not just a comedy. It's the gag-a-minute spoof genre. Seltzer and Friedberg, they kind of killed off a genre at a point. They had some hits, but then killed off a genre.
Pat, they killed it, buried it, dug it up.
Okay.
Did Borat impressions over it.
Yeah.
And then did despicable things to it.
Yeah. They farted on it, but they had Rocky Balboa come in and pull the shorts down and fart on and bury it again. Yeah, they destroyed that genre. Do we think that America has recovered from what Seltzer and Friedberg did to big screen comedies? Because I do think that they should get a lot of blame for the state of comedy. Has that taste been washed out of America's mouth yet?
I think so, because you see there's another scary movie that's coming down the pike, which was also one of these laugh a minute, joke a minute movies. I think the whatever Seltzer and Friedberg was in our systems has been washed out.
Okay. I hope so. So I listen, we're in the bag for this. I mean, let's just say it's Clayton's birthday movie. We have our tickets purchased and we will be going. And that is how you will ring in another year is watching The Naked Gun.
I can't remember the last few years. Like, this is the biggest one. Like, we always do a birthday movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's always a movie that has come out that weekend of my birthday.
Right.
And when I saw the release date for this, I thought, well, this is just cosmic.
Yeah.
And I say that about a lot. I say that about everything.
Yeah, you're big into star signs and
Yeah,
you
I'm
know
big. Everything is
we're all star
cosmic.
stuff. Yeah, yeah,
Exactly. Well, we are cars for bugs.
yeah. That's your big
But
theory. Yeah,
I did I really thought it was cosmic
yeah,
this
yeah,
time.
yeah.
You know.
No, this is exciting. This is exciting for us. Um, it does feel like this movie has very good buzz. The
Yes.
word from the screenings is really positive. I got a boots on the ground report from several people who saw it last night at a press screening, who I spoke to today.
Mm-hmm.
Loved it.
Okay.
Loved it.
Or they past and future guests.
No, not guests and not future guests. I think they want to retain their anonymity because anonymity is so important.
So important.
But yes, unaffiliated with the business of show. Loved it. They got into a press pass. We'll say that.
They got into a press
A
screening.
press
Okay.
screening. Yeah, and they said the audience was super into it. It's I think this is the
Now,
type
did they
of,
press flash
were
to
they
get into the press screening?
they got in how they got in.
Okay.
And
Okay.
and I'm glad that they got in, but we can't say how they got in. But
Great.
they did get in.
Okay.
And they
no
said
further questions.
No, yeah. Yeah. Again, anonymity, most important.
So
representation, anonymity, those are the two pillars of importance.
Yeah.
So
free speech.
They loved it, crowd loved it, and I'm just hearing good things. It feels like it's a party. And the last couple of years with box office, you need an event to get people into a theater. Mm-hmm. And we're going to find out if just laughing together could become an event once again.
It's a happening.
Yeah.
Is it a happening? Because also, I mean, it is going to be so hot.
Yeah.
I mean, actually, this weekend maybe isn't as hot, but I do think people are still going to their body temperature is still going to be very high from the last couple of days.
Okay.
Because you retain heat. Mm-hmm. And it stays with you. I know this tomorrow it's going to be hot as heck.
Oh boy.
And on Friday I'm still going to be retaining some of that heat.
Yeah. No, we need to get you in this AC for your birthday. That will be your present, is that you will be in air conditioning. Mm-hmm. So don't expect more than that. But I listen, we're excited for this. Obviously it's always about the young people. And if this becomes a movement amongst young people to get together and say, what is this thing where you get in a room and laugh together? I'm hearing about this weird new thing, which is laughing in a group, not just laughing, while you're scrolling through your phone at TikTok. Yeah, on the toity, but laughing in a group together. That's when this could break out.
Now, with the young kids, they love their memes. They love their moments in the theater. Mm-hmm, you had the Gentlemanians.
Yeah, that's
you had CJ.
Yes, there was.
CJ is the biggest of all of them. Now,
yes,
there's a joke in the trailer that has brought the house down every time, which is the O.J. Simpson joke.
Yeah.
And if you haven't seen it, I'm not going to reiterate it because it's not as funny unless you watch it. Yeah, you all know the O.J. Simpson joke.
Yes.
Is that the moment in the movie where you get your CJ moment?
Oh,
are people bringing gloves and throwing gloves at the screen?
Yeah.
Right. I mean, what are they doing at this OJ moment?
Yeah, I would say
OJ, it just works.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would say of the things you could throw that would be reminiscent of OJ, go with gloves. With gloves. Yeah. If you're going to bring something in to create a CJ moment when the OJ Simpson joke happens, do a glove. That's the way.
Do a glove that is one size smaller than your hand.
Yes. Listen, if that happens and becomes a viral TikTok meme, the sky's the limit with this opening weekend. I would love to see that. So Bad Guys 2, animated film. sequel to a movie that came out, was this 2021? 2022. The
Yeah.
first movie came out, didn't get to 100 million domestic. That's a
I know.
97.4. So close. Made
We
another
wanted it.
150 internationally, got to 250 worldwide. It's about these animated animals who are thieves and you know, thugs, but likable thieves and thugs. But
Be
they, you know,
careful.
they listen,
Just be
they
careful.
robbing banks, but we love them for it. We love that they
Yeah.
rob banks, commit wire fraud, whatever it is they do. I never saw the first one, so I don't know
A
what
lot of wire fraud for sure.
Yeah, I don't know the extent of their scams. A lot of phone scams, but
one of them is cashing their dead grandma's Social Security.
yes. So we love that they do that. The kids love that they do that. The big question is this movie going to be even bigger than the first? Or are we looking at a sequel that is going to take advantage of how many kids watch this on the cock the last few years? I mean, here's the problem. This is a Universal film. So it's been living on the cock these last 3 years. It hasn't been on D+. It hasn't been on the D. It's been on the cock. And if this movie had been on the D the last few years, then you know millions of kids are watching this thing over and over and over again. Do you think that enough kids watched and rewatched Bad Guys on the Cock the last few years that now there is this bigger audience for the sequel?
You know, I don't think so. I mean, we've seen this with these sort of sequels to these animated films, like Secret Life of Pets, Secret Life of Pets 2, not doing as well.
Well, that had the, listen, we'll say his name, that had the Louis C.K. problem.
Yeah.
Where he was in the first one. Kids were, of course, very excited that the star of Louie and Lucky Louie was finally the lead of an animated film. He was tossed out, wasn't in the second one, and the box office plummeted. You know, with this movie, The Bad Guys, Marc Maron's in both films. You know, so the kids who love the first Bad Guys because Marc Maron was in it, Marc Maron's still in the second one. So I think the Secret Life of Pets is not the best comparison point.
Well, now I'm seeing that this sequel is going to stream on Netflix first.
Okay. Well, so that's the thing. The first movie probably did end up on Netflix for some point in the last few years. So
that's what I was going to say. I do think
it's got an audience on Netflix. It wasn't just on the cock.
I just think that this is one of those movies where kids have seen one and they're good.
Okay.
I just don't think the Bad Guys have the sort of love that some of the bigger animated sequels or movie franchises have.
They're not Frozen.
Yeah. Well, I mean, not Frozen. I mean, I think this is going to do less than its predecessor.
Wow.
But they're still going to be happy about it.
Okay.
Because do you think this is going to be a breakout in any way? Like, I don't think there's anything that makes me feel like this is going to break out.
Here's the one thing that I'll say on why The Bad Guys 2 could break out. WTF with Marc Maron is ending this fall.
Yeah.
And
R.I.P. Rest in podcasting.
He has been making the rounds, talking about how he's ending a show because he didn't want to go to video. He's not a YouTuber. Hey guys. And he saw the writing on the wall that the future of podcasting is video because we're all YouTubers. Hey guys. Ended his show. Is that increase in interest for Marc Maron because he's ending his podcast? Could that goose the box office for this sequel? You know, he's doing NPR profiles, New York Times profiles, New York Magazine online profiles. That could goose the box office for Bad Guys 2.
Here's the only way that happens is that for all the gate lockers, which we call ourselves, WTF super fans.
Yeah.
His white whale was Lorne.
Okay.
For the longest time, right? It was, right?
And he got him.
And he got him.
Yeah.
Now there's a new white whale.
Okay.
And his name is Jon Stewart.
Right.
That's his stage name.
Right.
Leibowitz is his real name.
Okay.
But Jon Stewart, as we know him, famous Jon Stewart of the Jon
Stewart Show.
The Jon Stewart Show.
Yeah. And the Gen Xer.
You write it. You wrote it. You watch it.
Yep. Of course.
Famously.
Those are his two big hits that everyone knows him for, of course. And the arc on the Larry Sanders Show, the big three for Jon Stewart.
And playing the teacher and the faculty. So great comic. People know the history.
Okay.
Mark Maron is very bitter, very angry about Jon Stewart's success. And let him know about it when they were coming up.
Yes. I think famously gave him a hard time backstage at a Comics Come Home concert in Boston. Yes. I think that's where it originated.
Bad blood.
Mm-hmm.
The only way this Bad Guys 2 would make get that bump from that is that in this film, the character that Mark Maron is playing is in the ocean. He's drowning.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Who's going to save this farting snake? I'm assuming he farts.
Yeah,
all these bad guys fart.
Yeah.
Because the worst thing you can do when you're a kid is fart.
Yeah.
What does he see on the horizon? Spout, water coming out of the spout.
Okay.
Boom.
It's a white whale.
Comes right underneath him.
Yeah.
Saves him.
Yeah.
Puts him on the beach. Beaches himself.
Yeah.
And who's voicing that whale?
Who is it?
Jon Stewart.
Wow.
The Jon Stewart.
Wow. Yep. That Bad Guys 2 opens to $80 million. If that would have been the case. Yeah. And listen, no spoiler. I've had no boots on the ground reporting from press screenings of Bad Guys 2, so I don't know that is the case, but I would assume that they didn't get Jon Stewart for the Bad Guys 2. I don't think they did.
At the end of the scene, Snake's like, "Oh, thank you. So we cool."
Yeah.
And then Jon Stewart White Whale goes, "Nah, you're still at D," and they bleep it.
Yes, just rolls over him. End of the movie.
Yeah.
Crushes.
No, you're still at DICK.
Yeah.
But they bleep it because it's a kid's movie.
It's a kid's movie, yeah. And then rolls over him, crushes the Mark Maron snake character to death.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, not to death. He just flattens them.
Okay.
And the snake is like flat.
Okay. Okay, you could do that too. I would have done roll over him, clearly dead, smash to black, Bad Guys 2.
Yeah.
But let's get into it then with our predictions based on what we've said, what we know to be the case on these movies. Clayton, you're in studio. Would you like to go first or second in your box office predictions for the box office weekend of August 1st? August 1st.
I will go second.
Okay. All right. So then in that case, I will go first here. So number one, and we've got to do an episode on our fantasy league because
we were strategizing that.
Yeah, I of course am about to just go wild. I have Fantastic Four open this past weekend. I've got the Bad Guys 2. I've got Weapons. I've got Freakier Friday, all coming out. So
you were last when Christopher said you were last. I was like, how's that possible?
How's that possible?
He had Minecraft, and then he's like, because all of his movies come out in the same month.
Yeah. I'm an August birthday, and I went all August movies basically. So
you're Leo.
Fantastic Four.
Do we get into what that means for you, or
let's not?
You got someplace to go?
Okay. We could avoid the star stuff for this.
We're all made of star stuff, Pat. We're all the same. There's no difference between me and you.
Fantastic Four is going to stay number one. It made 117 last weekend. I think a giant drop. I think it's going to drop to like 52, something like that. I think it's number one with 52. Then number two, I'm going with, and again, it could be wishful thinking. I'm going Naked Gun, and I think Naked Gun is getting itself to 33 and a third.
Oh, I love it.
Naked Gun.
Me like you that.
The reboot, the sequel, the requel, 33 and a third for number two. Then number 3 is going to be The Bad Guys Part 2. The first movie opened up to it opened up to 23. I think it's going to open bigger. I think 29. I think it gets to 29. I'm predicting a big weekend this weekend. So that's number 3, 29. Then Superman is going to be number 4 at maybe like 17 million. And then Jurassic World Rebirth is going to be number 5. So that is the top 5 for you. What do you got, Clayton?
Well, number 1, Fantastic Four: First Steps. I think Slam Doink number 1.
Yeah.
I don't see it going that low.
Okay.
What did you say? You said
I said like 50 something, 52, 53.
I guess maybe it could do that. I'm going to go on the higher. I'll say this is going to be like 57.
Okay.
Underneath that, and I agree.
Yep. Yep.
You know, I'm gonna pop a Smith, and I'm just gonna say Naked Gun. I'm not gonna go that high. I'll go 30.
Okay.
I think it does break 30. Under that, Bad Guys. I'm lower on Bad Guys than you.
Okay.
I think it makes 21.
Wow, less than the original. Okay,
I think it makes less than the original.
So no bump from the end of WTF with Mark Maron. Okay, interesting.
Under that, I'm going to say Superman.
Okay.
And then, Jurassic World Rebirth.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Top 5.
Huge weekend coming up. Important weekend. And cannot wait to dig into these results on Sunday. Because we will know if comedy is back. We will know on Sunday night.
God.
We will know. We will know.
I'm scared. I'm scared.
We will know. We will know on Clayton's birthday or soon afterwards. We will know if comedy is back. Or did it die on Clayton's birthday? We will find out.
It's so cosmic, man.
Yeah. Yeah. So you gotta get ready for this next episode of the BO Boys. We'll have the results of the Naked Gun. So email us, theboboyspodcast@gmail.com. Of course, follow us on Substack, subscribe to the Substack, subscribe to our various social media channels, Instagram and TikTok at the BO Boys Pod. Wanna BO VP of Insurance Christopher's killing it with these vertical clips.
And he could kill you in the future if you don't hire him.
Yes. Not on purpose, accidentally in surgery, because he may be forced to become a surgeon if he doesn't get an entry-level job in media. So get this, let the boy work at your media company. Let the boy work at your media company.
Keep him out of the surgeries.
Get the scalpel out of his hands.
Yeah.
Get the scalpel out of his hands.
You're not going to like what he does with it.
No. So get him an entry-level job in media. He's doing a great job at the BO Boys Pod on social media. Of course, we are YouTubers. Hey, guys. So subscribe to the YouTube channel. Again, it's the only way to get the full story. If you are not watching on YouTube, you would not have seen Clayton show us the size of Kevin Feige's sphincter based on the opening week of Fantastic Four.
Well, after that drop you're talking about, here we go.
That's the sphincter post second weekend. Oh, my God.
Crushing walnuts.
Yeah, that is rough. That's painful. You can only see that on YouTube. And, of course, 5 stars on Apple Podcasts. And, Clayton, that is it. That is all I got. I got nothing left.
Well, Pat, you have said it all. I've finished. And there's nothing left to say. And let's make it a fast one.
Oh, wow. Okay. You're right. You are in studio. Yes, of course.
Okay, there's nothing left to say except until next time. We'll smell you at the box office. Nailed it.
Hey, guys.